What's going on, everybody? It's Jewfy here, and today I want to react to Nancy Pelosi seemingly, allegedly shoving MAYRA Flores' daughter for a photo op. Now, the video we watching today the clip comes from Twitter, at Real James Wood, but the video I'm reacting to comes from Black Conservative Perspective. I've been a fan of his stuff for a while. The reason why it says I'm not subscribed is because this is my new channel, but he makes great videos. He's really good at keeping the public informed, and he drops videos like every day. Like one of the hardest working people on YouTube. So definitely go subscribe to his channel to stay in the loop about what's going on. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into this shove or this push. Let's watch it. Oh.
Awareness, and that this was just kind of a mistake or whatever. Go ahead and take a look.
We wanted our pastor to come into the picture.
Pastor?
Yes. And his wife. Yes.
Okay, so in full time, like real time, it's really hard to notice. Like you really can't notice it. You really don't notice it too much in full speed, real time.
Whatever. Go ahead and take a look.
We wanted our pastor to come into the picture.
Pastor?
Yes. And his wife.
See, it looks very subtle in real time, but when you slow it down, you can see that her whole body shifts. Like she was right next to Nancy Pelosi, and then Nancy Pelosi, shoved her with her elbow to get her out the way a little bit. I mean, now, I'm just thinking about it. If that was me and I'm standing for a picture, I'm ready to take the picture, and the next thing you know, my body goes from here to here, and and somebody gives me the Heisman a little bit, just pushes me off to the side. I mean, I don't know. Why would you do that? Why? She could have said, "Excuse me," or could you scoot over a little bit? If she really just wanted to get a little more space, there was other ways to do it. But it looks like she did that on purpose. To be honest, that's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, so I played that in slow motion for you guys, just so that you could see exactly how the interaction occurred. Now, to me, it looked like Nancy Pelosi was kind of, I don't know, looking down at her, right? And then, just kind of casually, elbow her daughter kind of away from her because maybe she thought that her daughter was a little bit too close. I don't know. When I saw it in full speed at first, again, I didn't think anything of it because I thought that, okay, well, maybe Nancy Pelosi was trying to, I don't know, pose for the picture, and maybe she was not aware that MAYRA Flores' daughter was right there. But when I look at
and at the end right there, you could even see after she pushed her,
Flores' daughter was right there. But when I look at it in slow motion, she actually really just looks down at.
Yeah, so you can see it right there. After MAYRA Flores' daughter was pushed, she was over here. She went from here to here, and she even shifted back here. So that's how you know that she really was pushed. She was moved. She was shoved from one spot to another. She had to adjust her positioning after Nancy Pelosi shoved her with her shoulder. And I mean, this is a kid we're talking about. It's not a fully grown person. So that shove is gonna have more of an effect, because she's smaller.
MAYRA Flores' daughter, right, sees her there and just kind of elbows her away, right? Which in my opinion is extremely disrespectful. I mean, you're elbowing a child. Again, I don't want to think of this as something that is sinister, right? I want to say that this is just, hey, Nancy Pelosi lacking awareness, which is what my first conclusion was when I saw it. But then once I see it again, and the more I see it, I'm like, nah, this is not a lack of awareness. This is something she did on purpose. Right, this is something when she looked down at the child, was like, oh, the child's standing too close, get away from me, right? I'm going to bump you away a little bit, stand aside. Again, this is disgusting, man. This is absolutely disgusting from the Democrat Party. And it tells you exactly who they are. They're not the party of trying to come together and sing kumbaya and, civility and, reach across the aisle and doing.
Yeah, I think we all know that that's a lie. Like, the party of unity and all that. We all know that's a lie. I mean, at this point, after everything that we've seen thus far, we know that they're not the party of unity. They're really the party of divisiveness, division, keeping the political climate as chaotic as possible. So to make it harder for people to, see through everything that's going on and identify the problem. The Democratic Party is extremely divisive. Not to say that they're the only problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are some Republicans who, partake in pettiness and divisiveness within politics. You got the Rhino Republicans who are basically like Democrats. The blame doesn't lie solely on one party or on one person or whatever. It's a big picture, a lot of moving pieces. But yeah, I think we know there's plenty of evidence to show that the Democratic Party is not the party of unity and kumbaya, boombaye, all that crap.
This and doing that, they're not a party of that, right? This woman probably hates MAYRA Flores so much. She hates the fact that district, that deep blue district got flipped red by MAYRA Flores. She hates this woman so much that she would take it out on her child, right? That's what it seems like. Again, I could be going too far at this. That's why I'm asking you guys. I want to know, am I wrong about this? Because when I first saw it, I didn't think anything of it, right? I thought that at the very least she lacked awareness and maybe she was trying to pose and she accidentally bumped the girl. But looking at it in slow motion, it looks worse and worse.
Yeah, like, I know she's old, but, like, I'm not buying the lack of awareness thing. Like, I mean, that's not even about awareness. You just don't, that was just unnecessary. It was really unnecessary, to be honest. It was unnecessary. She shouldn't have did that, and it's just a bad look, really. Like, at this point, the Democrats are just making themselves look bad on every, like, when it comes to every aspect of politics and current events. Like, the only thing that you can really give the Democrats, like, as far as let's say polls are concerned or something like that, when it comes to voting for the midterm elections, is them on social issues. They love to talk about social issues. So I think when it comes to social issues, I don't think that's something that the Democratic Party, I don't think that's a poll stat that will drop too much for them. It might even be raised, because whenever there's a social issue, the Democrats are at the front lines, protesting or crying or complaining or whatever. Republicans also fight for social issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, the pro-life, pro-choice conversation is a social conversation, But if you on the wrong side of said social conversation, then you demonize and you don't really have the popular opinion. You know what I mean? I think it really is. It is the popular opinion in a broad sense. I think we may have gotten more comfortable with abortion, but historically and widely speaking, it's not something we're for. Most people are for, but yeah, this really is. It really is just sad. It really is just sad. You know what I'm saying? To see the pettiness to see the pettiness from Nancy Pelosi. Someone who's what is she, like 75? I don't even know how old she is, but she's old. That plastic surgery is holding up pretty nice, but she's old. And you know that the Democratic Party is a party of hypocrisy simply because they talk about diversity and inclusion, and Republicans don't like Mexicans, Republicans don't like immigrants, Republicans don't like this and that, and they're racist and bigots and fascists and everything. But here you have MAYRA Flores, a Mexican-born immigrant to this country who now is, I don't know exactly what seat she sits on. I think she's on. She got sworn into Congress, and you don't hear them saying anything about it. You don't hear them congratulating her. They're really scared. Like, her being sworn into Congress really shook them. It shook them deep. And there's a lot of things shaking them deep. And they know that they're in trouble coming up in these next few elections. They know they are. But, you know, it just shows the hypocrisy because they claim to be all for this diversity and inclusion and immigrants and all this stuff. But here you have a woman that came from Mexico, made it to Congress, has a family, is a citizen, has a family, 2 kids, a husband, and they don't, you know, like, they don't support that at all. They don't praise that at all. It's like, I understand she might not be on your same side politically, but damn, you can't even, you know, give her a pat on the back, a high five, nothing. Congratulations, nothing. It's ridiculous. It really is.
It works. It, like, she clearly saw her there and just bumped the girl aside. And it's really kind of disgusting. So Mayra Flores actually responded to this. And by the way, I just noticed that Mayra Flores follows me on Twitter, which made me very excited, right? Made me super, super, super excited. And I hope she watches the channel, right? If you watch the channel, I am very happy for you. And I'm very supportive of you, okay? I just want to let you know. But she responded to this tweet, and she said, quote, "I am so proud of my strong, beautiful daughter for not allowing this to faze her. She continued to smile and pose for the picture like a queen. No child should be pushed to the side for a photo op, period." Facts. Now, Mayra Flores took the high road on this, right? Because she could have really came for Nancy Pelosi's neck, right? For what it appeared that she did. Again, you know, moms, when their children get disrespected like this, it looks like this is what Nancy Pelosi did. Yeah, they don't take too kindly to that, right? Especially their daughters, right? She could have went off on Nancy Pelosi for this, but she decided again to kind of take the high road and say, you know what? My daughter is so strong for being able to stand up and to continue to take the picture and the pose and to not be, you know, fazed by the fact that this woman, this witch, you know, was shoving her, pushing her aside, you know, in this picture, right? But again, I just think that this just reveals the nastiness of the Democrat Party, how, you know, they truly, truly, truly are not the party of unity. Okay, they have no interest in coming together with the other side to find common ground or anything like that. They're not interested in that, right? Again, you see how they've treated Mayra Flores, right? The lack of attention that they've given her, and we all know that if...
Yep, I just said that, and I'm really just letting him preach at this point. The video's almost over, and he makes a lot of good points in his closing statements.
Mayra Flores was a Democrat, and she flipped a red district, okay, and she was an immigrant, you know, she's Mexican, whatever. It would be nonstop about how historic this is, how great this is. This is a victory for women. This is a victory for immigrants. We would hear...
Yeah, like, think about it. When Kamala Harris was sworn into office as vice president, like, that's all they were talking about. Like, a huge win for diversity, inclusion. We now have a woman vice president, the first woman vice president. She's black, she's Indian, she's all this. Everything that they claim to be so about. But the truth has now been shown. If you don't believe in what they believe, if you don't support their ideologies, they don't care about you. They don't care. You don't even matter to them. In fact, you're in their way. Anyone that doesn't believe in the things that they believe, or, you know, recite the same talking points that they do, anyone that doesn't vote Democrat is in their way. If they had it their way, they would get us all out of the way so they could control everything. That's really what they want. You hear now they talk after the Roe v. Wade decision. They're talking about packing the courts and just doing whatever they can to, you know, usurp power for themselves. But man, they really are just going down, crashing and burning at this point. And you know, I remember when Trump lost in 2020, I was a bit disappointed. I think there was some fishy things going on with the election, but I was a bit disappointed. But I said to myself, I'm like, you know what? Maybe this is what this country needs. Sometimes things got to get really bad before they can get a lot better. And right now, it's just a lot of buyer's remorse, not just on Biden, but on this whole party, as a whole. Kamala isn't doing what she's supposed to do. Biden isn't doing what he's supposed to do. None of them are really doing what they're supposed to do, and none of them are really serving the interests of their own base. So, yeah, you know, the people who voted for, you know, Biden are getting their just desserts. You know, it is what it is. We all have to pay the price for that, which sucks. But like I said, sometimes things got to get bad before they can get better.
They're nonstop about how this is so great for diversity and inclusion, right? This is what we'll be hearing about. But when it comes to Mayra Flores, it's crickets, which tells you what they're all about. What they're really interested in is being as divisive as possible, cause as much chaos as possible, and basically just trying to destroy anybody who does not agree with them, right? And they're so angry about the fact that they're losing.
Yeah, I mean, all facts right there. All three of those things he just stated are true. They are very much true, and that's the thing. Like, you know, look, no matter what side of the aisle you sit on politically, I just don't understand. I don't understand how you can't see what the Democratic Party is really about. I don't understand how you can't see it at this point. I mean, I'm a person that researches and looks into these things. Most people don't. Most people see a tweet on Twitter and, you know, if something in the echo chamber of the things they already know, and they'll just recite it without really, you know, knowing what they're talking about. But, yeah, you know what I mean? This party has clearly shown their colors at this point. Video's pretty much over. Like I said, don't forget, go subscribe to Black Conservative Perspective. Get them to 400,000 subscribers. It's coming soon. Yeah, and until next time, guys, I'm out of here. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. We in this for the long run. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.